My house is the best thing I've ever bought, as it's the place my children have grown up in. It's full of memories, both good and bad, but it's a place we call home, and we feel safe and secure in it. Everyone is welcome.
The best thing I've ever bought is a book about people from different religions. It made me think about how I deal with people and the way I do business in general. I can say that it changed both my understanding of and my attitude to life. I wholeheartedly recommend it to anyone whose job, like mine, involves managing people.
The best thing I've ever bought was my bed. It's the place I spend most of my life in, and it was the first piece of furniture I bought here in Budapest, and it has served me very well over the last 10 years.
The best thing I've ever bought is my car, which I bought 8 months ago. It's actually the first thing I've done for myself in all my life. I never thought of a car as something I actually needed, since I live in the center of town, close to my workplace, but a friend talked me into it, saying it would make me feel more independent. And how right she was! Of course it has its bad sides. I'm getting fatter day by day since I rarely go walking or cycling. No regrets, though.
I find that a rather difficult question. Well, I'm a very practical person and I usually buy things that I really need. So, something that I bought and was very happy with was a pair of rubber boots. Where I live, it rains and snows an awful lot in autumn and winter. For years I'd been trying to find nice quality shoes that would keep my feet dry, but all in vain. My yellow wellies may not be the peak of elegance, but they had just the job. They are certainly one of the best things I have ever bought.
Well, it would have to be the plastic play kitchen which I bought for my daughter's 2nd birthday. I don't think I've ever, before or since, bought anything that has given any one person so much pleasure. I cannot count the hours she spent playing with it, or the number of pretend cups of tea she made me in the accompanying plastic kettle. And now, 5 years later, it's enjoying a comeback in the hands of her little brother.
Speaker 1.
Good morning, everyone. My name is John Hawkins, and what I want to do today is give you a short introduction to the company. I won't take more than 10 minutes because we have a lot to get through today, but if you have any questions, please feel free to interrupt.
Speaker 2.
I would like to start by offering a very warm welcome to everyone here today. Thank you very much for coming. I know many of you have travelled a long way to be here. As you know, I'm Pam Ellis, Managing Director here. What I want to do today is give you an introduction to the company. Firstly, a little information on operations. Secondly, more about the people. And finally, the culture we have here. But to begin, I want to look at operations.
Speaker 3.
Good morning. I'm Paolo Orlandi, Managing Director of Production here. Sorry for my poor English, but I must, before we take a tour of the factory, give you an introduction to health and safety, so that everyone is safe here. Please, do ask questions if there is anything you don't understand. I know some things I say may not be so clear, but it's important everyone understands what to do and what not to do in the production area. So please ask me questions. Any questions, anytime, if anything is not clear. I'd like to start with some rules on where you can walk and where not to walk. As you can see, this ramp over here.
Speaker 1.
So before I begin and tell you why I'm here, I would like to start with why you are here. And how can I know that? Well, I asked a couple of you during coffee this morning. Jackie, over there, yes, she wants to learn about which countries we are active in. She wants to work abroad one day. Good, I'll talk about that. Peter, he's a finance guy and wants to know more on the numbers. Are we profitable? Important question, Peter. And I'll talk about finance, too. And Samir, the interest there is how to become a leader as quickly as possible. And I will talk about that, too. What kind of organization we are and what kind of people do well here.
Speaker 2.
To begin, before I say anything, I'd like to ask you a few questions. Find out what you know about this organisation. Who knows how many people work here? OK, put your hand up if you know the answer to these questions. Which countries are we active in? OK. What are our main products? So, not so many of you. That's fine. That's why I'm here. My name's Pam Ellis, and I want to tell you a little bit about our company.
Speaker 3.
Now, to start, I'd like to share a story with you about a young man, around 20 years ago, who was sitting right where you are standing. New to the company, a little nervous on the first day, not knowing what to expect. Well, that was, as you can probably guess, me all those years ago. On that day, I listened, and I continued to listen and learn, and now I'm managing director. So, welcome.
Excuse me, my name's Esengol, and I'm conducting a customer satisfaction survey. Have you got a few minutes to answer some questions about your shopping experience here?
Oh, all right, fire away.
Okay, first of all, why do you come here to do your shopping?
Well, it's the closest supermarket to my house, and it's not the most expensive.
And how often do you do your shopping here?
At least once a week.
And who normally comes with you? Your husband or your children?
Oh, I like to go alone. It takes longer if I have the kids with me.
And what do you think about the parking facilities?
Terrible. You have to walk so far to put your trolley back.
And what about the selection of products? Are you satisfied?
I suppose so, although there isn't a good selection of exotic fruit.
How about the display of the products? Can you easily find things and reach them?
Yes, no problem.
Do you think the store is clean and tidy enough?
It seems clean enough. It could be tidier, though. There are always a lot of empty boxes in the way.
How satisfied are you with the speed of the checkout desk?
I've never waited longer than 5 minutes.
May I ask you how much you normally spend?
Around 200 euros.
Where else do you go shopping?
You mean to which other supermarket?
Sorry, yes, that's what I mean.
I find Cuisine very reasonable.
What time do you normally go shopping?
I like to go quite early in the morning, as soon as the kids leave for school.
What do you like the most about this store?
Well, it's open 24/7, so I can pop in any time if I've forgotten something.
What do you like the least?
There isn't a good selection of wine. I always buy my wine somewhere else.
Thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.
This is our new product, a CD tower system. As you can see, it's attractive and stylish. The tower is made of wood and it holds 20 CDs. Let me tell you its dimensions. It's 33 centimetres high 18 centimetres long and 20 centimetres wide. It comes in 3 colours, black, brown and white, and its selling price is just under £25, a very competitive price. It's ideal for storing CDs and CD-ROMs. It has several special features which should appeal to our customers. Firstly, it has a soft touch mechanism. This means you just touch a button and the CD comes out smoothly and quietly. Another advantage is that it's easy to select the CD you want because the title is clearly displayed. A very useful feature too is that it's simple to use. You can open the CD case without taking it off its tray. The tower is well designed. It's robust, elegant and user-friendly. It's very flexible. I forgot to mention that, because the towers are modular, so you can put one on top of the other. That's a big advantage for people who have lots of CDs. And one other thing, you can save £15 if you buy 2 units instead of 1. I think the CD tower will be one of our best-selling products. It really does meet the needs of music lovers. It's so practical, it's a high-quality product, and great value for money. Are there any questions you'd like to ask?
Salesman 1.
Good morning. My name is Simon Harper. May I help you, or would you like to browse a little longer?
We're looking for a small car for my daughter here. She's going to university in September.
Well done.
Julie.
Which university are you going to, Julie?
To Nottingham.
Nice town. A small car, you say? Which model?
We're not really sure. This is the first dealer we've tried.
Do you want a new car or a used one?
Well, it really depends on the price. We want something economical with low running costs.
What about you, Julie?
Well, I like the BMW Mini, especially that red one over there. It looks great.
Yes, it's nice. That one has a lot of optional extras, and it is quite pricey. I had the impression you're looking for something more reasonable.
Reasonable? Cheaper, you mean? Half that price, actually.
No problem. We have a wide selection of good 3-year-old used cars with a full guarantee at very competitive prices. And of course, we have some very interesting customer incentives for you.
What, for example?
Well, at the moment, we're offering an interest-free loan on sales over £12,000.
So I can pay every month at no extra cost?
Exactly. Now, what about the engine? You mentioned an economical car, so maybe a diesel?
Does it matter?
Well, the diesel is more expensive, but more economical in the long term. With the petrol engine, you have more fuel consumption. Are you planning to travel long distances?
No, not really.
Then I think the petrol engine is fine. 2 or 4 doors?
2-door model is fine.
If you'd like to come with me, I can show you a selection of cars which are very good value for money. Would you like a cup of coffee?
Could I have a Coke?
Of course. So, what are you going to study?
I'm going to train.
Salesman 2.
Looking for anything in particular?
We're looking for a small car for my daughter here. She's going to university in September.
New or used?
We're not really sure. This is the first dealer we've tried.
Most customers have some idea before they come in. They look on the internet or whatever for information. What do you want to spend?
Well, about £10,000.
At least you know that. That limits your choice quite a lot. You can forget these cars, they're way out of your price range. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you're looking for a 3-year-old used car, 2-door model with a small engine. Basic model with no optional extras, right?
Quite right. What have you got in that price range?
Not much, to be honest. If you're prepared to spend more, I could offer you this 3-year-old Golf for £12,000.
What about a discount?
A discount? £12,000 is the going rate for this car. You won't find it cheaper anywhere else. If you want value for money, you have to pay for it.
What about the colour?
Good heavens! The colour! Yes, extremely important. What colour would you like, young lady?
Black, if possible.
Right. The used cars are over there. Go and have a look at them. If you find one that you're interested in, come and tell me. I'm going to speak to those people over there. They look as if they might actually buy something.
Speaker 1.
So you're asking about window displays? Well, I think this is something the company could improve. Closed zones design and quality are great, but I'd like to see more innovation in the window displays because it's what makes you go into a store when you're walking down the high street.
Speaker 2.
We have some special offers and promotions, but our competitors, for example, organize special days in their stores every season with clothes at 50% off. That attracts a lot of interest. I know this heavy discounting doesn't increase sales that much, but it works really well to raise brand awareness. We did have a special event for the store opening. It was a lot of work, but it was great. There was a local band playing and staff gave out free t-shirts to customers. Another thing is, I think we should organize some kind of promotional event in months like November and February to promote the store. Those months are very quiet for us.
Speaker 3.
I think fast fashion retailers do a lot to market their clothes at mostly women. I get bored with seeing the same kinds of adverts that are targeted at girls. I think they should aim their campaigns at guys too. For example, I like going shopping with my girlfriend. Also, when men go shopping, we often buy two of the same thing if we really like it. So that's good business. Perhaps they need more engaging marketing campaigns for guys.
Speaker 4.
What do I think of their customer service? Well, shop assistants sometimes seem too busy to help customers when you're trying on clothes in the fitting rooms. I mean, you might want to try on a different colour or size, and you're not with a friend, so it's difficult. I think they need to employ more staff in the store. But I love their mobile app, and it's dead easy to use. The design is really cool because you can check out the clothes and mix and match them online before you come to the shop.
Speaker 5.
Well, I worked in the Berlin store. It's difficult because there are a lot of high street fashion stores in Berlin. It's very competitive. But we worked really hard. When we first opened, it used to be fun. Then a couple of my colleagues left last month because of the long working hours. We have to work from 9 to 7 on Saturdays too. And even some Sundays. I don't know about Japan. I think they only get 2 weeks of holiday every year there. But in Germany, workers expect a break and longer holidays, you know?
Speaker 6.
What could we improve at Closed Zone? The main problem I have as a store manager is that staff turnover is pretty high. Some young people start working in fashion thinking it's going to be good fun, trying on clothes all the time. They don't realize you're on your feet all day and you have to be polite to the customers all the time, even when they complain and return items. I need staff who understand fashion, although, to be honest, a lot of the people I interview aren't even aware of our brand. They confuse us with other high street stores. I think we need to improve brand awareness to attract both more customers and staff.
Let's talk about the time for setting up the website. We want it in a month's time. That's the end of July.
It's a bit early. I was hoping to have 2 months to do the job. If I finish in 1 month, will you agree to reduce the number of pages?
Yes, that's no problem. Just do the best you can. Our priority is to have the website up and running as soon as possible.
Okay then. Agreed.
Now, about payment. You want to charge us $50 an hour. That works out at $400 a day, I believe.
Yes, that's the normal fee for the job.
Well, we'd prefer to pay you a fixed amount for the work. We can offer you $6,000.
I see. Do you mind if I ask you why you want to pay that way?
Well, you see, that way we can control the cost of the project. If we pay you per hour, the cost could become high. It could get out of control. This way we know where we stand.
I see. $6,000. That could be all right, I suppose, as long as I get some money in advance. How about paying me half when I start the work and half at the end?
Yes, I think we could arrange that. Okay, I agree to that.
Now, the design of the website. Will we have book covers on it?
Absolutely. I'd like to display a large number of book covers on every page. They'd really attract people's attention. What do you think?
It's a bit too much, I'd say. A lot of pictures take too long to download. I prefer one big image. How about that?
I don't know. People like to see the book covers. It draws them into the website, believe me.
Maybe you're right. How about 2 covers per page, then?
Okay, that sounds reasonable. Now, what else do we need to discuss before you get started?
So let's begin with the most important part of the company, and that's its people. And there are 3 important points I want to make here. Firstly, we're a very young company. It was set up only 3 years ago, and the average age is only 29. This means we're fresh and energetic, and we really like innovation, which is our main strength. Secondly, we're a small company with only 56 people at the moment. This is also important because we want to stay personal. People know each other here. We have a family atmosphere, which our customers also feel and love about us. And finally, and as I said earlier during lunch to some of you, we are very international. In fact, we now have 20 different nationalities in the company, working in 5 countries. For me, on a personal note and speaking very openly, this is important, as I believe very much in being international and the value of working across different cultures. So if you can take a look at this slide, you will see the nationalities in the company. I hope I haven't missed anyone. Truly international. Great. Yes, a question.
Is the company growing? Getting more international?
Great question. Really good question. In a number of ways. Yes, we are growing, probably to around 65 people this year, but I don't want to grow much more or we become too big, too much a large corporation. So yes, but no. We are small. We want to be small, and we plan to stay small. But I'll say more about that a little later. Are there any other questions now on that? So I'll close there. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll hand over to Paul to tell you something about products and services.